today we are going to do our first Halloween makeup, and I'm going to attempt a skeleton, so fingers crossed it turns out well. We're not going to go a bright white face kind of cartoonish skeleton. We're going for something that's a little bit more realistic, if that's possible. But I've chosen this one to do first because it is a lot more simple, and it's stuff that anybody might have at home in their makeup case as well. So we're going to crack straight on, and first what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime. Don't always prime because I don't always wear that much makeup, but I am going to this time because I'm hoping it'll help everything go smoothly on my face for starters, and it'll keep it on for as long as possible. So I'm especially going to put some on my eyes because I'm going to have lots on my eyes. One other thing I'm going to do today that I don't always do is I'm going to put foundation on. Usually I'm okay with just concealer and a bit of powder, but I'm actually going to use liquid foundation today, and I'm not going to bother with concealer because we actually want the dark eyeshadow, the dark rings to show through. I've got my Power Stay 24-hour foundation on. I'm just going to put a couple of drops on the back of my hand, and I'm going to get my big brush, pat it on, and I'm going to go around my face and pat it on too. There we go. Start swirling it in. I'm using the liquid foundation this time because I want more of a coverage and to try and get my face all the same sort of colour as a base to start off with as well. Don't worry if it's not completely or blended in from the get-go, because we're going to come back over it with the dabber, me doobie dabber. There you go. Got your blending sponge, just go through and blend it all out. Now this is a good, decent foundation. It does last, and I wore it a few times in the summer as well when it was really hot and I was melting, and it didn't slide off my face with my sweatiness, so that was good. There we go. And just a little bit of my Press to Impress powder to round it out. Now this one is ace for us mombies out there. We've always got dark circles, because today that's what we need. Right, first what we want to start off with is a beigey orangey colour, so I'm going to go for this one here. I'm actually going to go straight for the orange, and I'm going to get this brush, quite a thick one. And one other thing about this one as well, you haven't got to be super neat, so you haven't got to worry about, oh my god, I've gone up too far. And what we're going to do is going to start off right in this corner, and we're going to make it look like we haven't slept for 3 years. In my opinion, for myself, that is not going to be hard. And we want to come right the way around because we're creating the hollows. I'm going straight the way across like this. Don't need to go all the way up yet. At the moment what we're doing is we're creating an outline, and we'll come back and fill it all in with darker colours as we go. Now after that, what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves frown lines. So frown, and where your frown lines are, fill them in. So we're going all the way across in like a point. Then we're going to do the hollow. If you think of a skeleton, you have a hollow nose, don't you? So we're going to draw that out, and it will be a little bit sort of like that, isn't it? But we don't want it to be too perfect, because you've got to imagine that it's like a cracked skull. So do it a bit uneven like that. Like a clown. Then we're going to come and do our cheekbones, because we want to hollow those out. Now where your cheekbone is, so mine's about here, we're going to do it just above. So we'll start about here and we'll come all the way across, but we want to get down to about there, a couple of centimetres away from where our mouth is. We're going to come to about there. And the same this side. So there's the hollow just above. Try and match them up both sides. Then we're going to do our temples. So around about this area here. And fill that in. Like so, and there we have our base, and I'm going to do a little bit here as well. Okay, then after you've done that one, what we need now is a darkish brown. And we're going to do exactly the same thing, but we're going to take it that little bit further. So I'm going to get this one. So that orange was in the Into the Sunset palette, and this one is in the Mocha Latte Perfect Wear palette. And I'm going to go for number 4. We're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to go a bit further and fill it out. Give it a bit of depth. I'm going to go up further into the brow bone. Again, like I always say, don't worry about being super neat, because we will blend it all out once we're done. I'm going to go a bit further. There we go. And you see where the orange meets the brown, and it makes it look more shadowed. Right, I'm going to get a blending brush, and now I'm just going to go and smooth them out and bring it downwards like this. And now the cheeks especially, you do want to try and bring it down as far as possible, because we need to really hollow this out. Blend that in. And what I'm going to do now, before I start doing all the other bits of blending and the black, I'm going to get an eyeliner, just a trusty old Kohl, and I'm going to outline the teeth. So if you can imagine, start at the top, just go down like that. And you can make the teeth as long as you want to. I haven't got to be super duper neat because you're a scary skeleton. You know, you're not a dentist. And I'm going to bring it up a bit further, like that, and meet where the cheekbones end, and go a bit further. There you go, you've got teeth. Again, don't worry about it being super neat because we can sort that out in a bit. And fill it out. Right, okay. Then we're going to go back with this, and what I'm going to do is, you see these bits where it's like the cracked skull? Try and be a bit lighter than I am now. Going to outline that bit. Outline that bit. I'm going to do there. I'm going to do there. You can go in and do other bits of cracked skull. Need to sharpen the coal. It's getting too thick. And like that. And I'm going to go around the outline of my nose as well. Like so. So it's coming together. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back for my brushes, and this time I am going with the Cityscape palette, and I'm going for the black. I'm going to go straight in. Now with the black, we want to keep it more to the lid because we don't want to go over the top and go completely over all our brown. Darker at the lid, and then just work it up and round. I'm just going to get my coal again, and I'm going to fill in the waterline. And a little bit on the lash line at the top. Again, hasn't got to be perfect, we're just building up gradient. Now, take the blending brush again, and again we're going to blend it all in, and I'm going to blend it out a little bit to the skull cracks. Try and make these as circular as possible as you go in. Blend it all Right, now to add a bit of more gradient to it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another blending brush, and I'm going for a light colour. I'm going to go for this beigey colour, and I'm going to fill in around here to give it a bit of a highlight around here. And the same this side. Just make those dark bits pop a bit more. I'm going to put one nose there, some on the forehead, and some down here. And I'm just going to put some at the bottom here. Blend it in with the darker bit. Really make those cheeks look hollow. Then I'm going to get my next palette, which is the Enchanted Amethyst, and I'm going to use the white on that one to do a bit more gradient work here. And here. Right, and then what I'm going to do next is bear with me 1 second. That is a little bit longer. Like I said, you're a scary skeleton, your teeth haven't got to be perfect. You're not in a beauty pageant. We're going to get an angled brush like this. I'm going to dip it in a bit of water to get it wet. And then we're going to use our white again. Get loads on. And then we're going to come in and fill out a bit of the teeth. I'm going to do it all over. Just a line next to the black one should do the trick. And I'm going to use the white again. And I'm just going to put a little bit of highlight up here by those cracks. And up here. Right, now all that's left to do is add a bit of mascara and we are done. So I'm going for my ultimate drama. I mean, we don't want to work on it too much because, again, we're not trying to look pretty, we're trying to look like a scary skeleton. So just quickly roughly put some over. Another good thing is if you get it on your eyelid, nobody would know. And there we have it. This is our Halloween skeleton makeup. Really easy to do with stuff you've probably got at home, and voila. So let me know what you think. See you later. Bye.